Good morning, everyone. It is our coding lesson week 2, and we're going to be continuing with our learning of ToLogo. Let's head over to the lesson. We are going to start with a quick recap. So this week's lesson is going to be focusing on drawing letters, using our knowledge of ToLogo and the language of ToLogo to draw letters. Let's start with a quick recap. So looking at our ToLogo screen, which we can access via Purple Mash, we are going to be, we have been learning, I should say, about the ToLogo layout. So for example, in ToLogo, we always need to turn on the grid, which we can see up here. The grid is going to be really important for making accurate coding instructions. Our play button is what starts our code from happening, and the circles resets our screen. We also learned that when we're using ToLogo, we need to have it on slow. We want to slow down our code so we can see where errors are happening. Over on the right of the screen, we have the codes, the language that we use to write our instructions for ToLogo. And down here is where we write in our code. Okay, so for our lesson today, it's really important that we understand how to turn our character around. So I have a circle. I'm going to imagine that my character is facing up. If I want them to turn all the way around, how many degrees would that be if they turn the whole way around in a circle? Can you remember how many degrees are in a circle? Hopefully you've remembered, if I want my character to turn around, I need him to turn 360 degrees. I need him to turn 360 degrees. I could type in right turn 360, or I could type in left turn 360, and it would turn my character the whole way around and he would end up right where he started. What if I wanted my character who started here to turn around and face the other direction? How many degrees would I need him to turn in order to face the other direction? Well, changes to red. Well, if I wanted him to turn around the whole way, I would need half of a full circle, half the amount of a full circle, because I can see a half turn is half the amount of a full circle. So that would be 180 degrees. What if I wanted him to turn a quarter turn, either turn left or turn right? So if I'm doing a quarter, I need to remember how many degrees are in a quarter turn. Well, a quarter turn, I can see my right angle there, that should always be 90 degrees. And last but not least, maybe if I want him to go on a diagonal, not quite 90, okay, not quite turning all the way to the right or to the left, I just want him to go on a diagonal. Well, I need this angle here. Can you work it out? Maybe you've spotted the pattern. Half of 360 is 180. Half of 180 is 90. Half of 90 would be 45 degrees. So maybe when I want him to go on an angle, I'm going to turn him 45 degrees. Let's have a look at what that looks like in ToLogo. I'm going to come across to ToLogo now. In case you have forgotten, I'll show you how to find ToLogo again. I'm going to go to the home screen. I go to computing. I scroll down until I see logo and I click on that. And then I open ToLogo, the first app. Of course, I need to put my grid on and I need to slow down the code. So I'm just going to get my arrow here to turn around. So if I want him to turn a full circle, I could type in right turn, space, 360 and press enter. We can watch him spin on the spot all the way around. And it's exactly the same if I was to do left turn, 360. Excellent. Excellent. I can try a half turn. If I want him to face the opposite direction, I need to type in either right turn 180 or left turn 180. Perfect. If I wanted him to turn in one direction or the other, like across the screen, either to the left or to the right, I could type in left turn 90. Perfect. And if I wanted him to go at a diagonal now, I could type in 45. So it would be left turn 45. And he's facing at a diagonal. Can you work out how many degrees do I need to turn him now so that he's face up? So she's pointing at the 45, she's pointing up at a diagonal. How far do I need to turn her so that she's facing directly up? Let's see. Hopefully you're right in saying it would be a left turn 45 degrees, and now she's facing straight up. I'd like you to pause the video here, and I would like you to have a play around with the degrees. Left turn and right turn, type in a number of degrees and check that she's turning the right way. When you feel confident using the left and right turn, you can come back and play the video. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to play around with our degrees. It's going to be super important today that you understand how to use the left and right turn correctly, because if you don't, your letters aren't going to come to the right shape. So we'll move on. The new learning of today is we have a brand new code. This code is called PU, pen up, or PD, pen down. Can you guess what they stand for? Let me show you. If I come across to my TwoLogo screen and I was to type in pen up, PU, and let's say I have to give a number of steps here, forward 7, and I hit enter, do you think she's going to draw a line? Well, she is not. That's because the pen is no longer on the paper. I've pressed pen up. What if I now type in pen down, and I'm going to go backwards to the original spot this time, BK space 7. What's going to happen when I press enter? That's right. This time she's going to draw the line as she goes backwards. Okay, so pen up and pen down are going to be really useful for writing out letters, particularly where we don't want to accidentally draw a line that isn't part of the letter. I'm going to reset my screen and let's continue with our lesson. So we're going to see if we can figure out how to code the letter E. We're going to make a capital E, E for elephant. So I'm going to come up to the board now. And we want to think about, let me just turn it so you can see me. We want to think about what does the letter E look like? I'm going to just draw one first to start with. So a letter E should go straight down and straight across the bottom, straight across the middle, and straight across the top. Notice how I've drawn exactly on the lines. I've got a grid here to help us because it's going to be really important to know how many grid squares my character needs to walk to draw the letter correctly. So I'm going to erase that and let's see what we did first. So I started my line with my pen at the top and I drew down. How many steps did I take? Let's count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my first step was actually to go down. My character always starts pointing up. So is she going forwards or backwards to draw a line that goes down? Well, hopefully you've said down is backwards. So my code, my first bit of code would be B, K, and how many steps did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B, K, 5. Perfect. Now, my arrow, my little character, I'm going to just swap to a blue pen too. At the moment, my character is sitting down the bottom here, facing upwards. In order for me to draw this line down the bottom, I need my character to turn. I need him to turn down here so he can go across. Is he turning right or left? Put your hands up, point your fingers the same way as the arrow, and see is it on the left side or the right side? Right, he would be turning right. I need him to right turn. How many degrees did we say if it's a quarter turn? Let's check. A quarter turn is 90 degrees. Let me put that in. Right turn, 90. So now my little arrow is facing this way, and we're going to draw now the bottom of the E. So it goes, here I go, I'm going to draw straight across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how many squares did my character have to travel? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to go forwards 4 to make it work. Now I've got the base of an E. Right, let's go on to the next bit. I need my character to come up here to draw the middle line, but I don't want to have to repeat myself going backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the pen up so that it doesn't draw on the next move. I'm going to write pen up because I don't want to accidentally draw here, because I'm going to make my character come up here and go across. But that doesn't look like an E, does it? So now I need my character to turn. Right now my character is here facing this way. Which way do I need him to turn? Can you work it out? Hopefully you've realized he needs to turn so he's facing upwards. That's a left turn. And it's the same, it's a 90-degree angle, a right turn, left turn, 90. Let me change that again. Now my character is facing up. I want him to travel. How many steps? I want him to go 1, 2, 3, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have him go forwards 3. And then he needs to do one more thing before he can start drawing. Now, my little man, my little character is facing upwards right here. I need him to turn. He's facing up. I need him to turn that way. I need him to turn to the left turn. Left turn, 90. And now my little character is facing this way, okay? Now I need him to draw a line straight across there. But right now, he's not been drawing anything, has he? So I need to put the pen down so that he starts drawing. Once the pen is down, I want him to draw. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go pen down, forwards, 4. Then he needs to turn around here. He needs to come. He's facing this way. I need him to face up. So he's going to do, can you work it out? Point your fingers the same way as the line. Is it on the left or right hand? He's going to do right turn, 90, forwards. Let's count how many. He goes 1, 2, forwards 2. All right, we're on our last line of code. To make an E, my little character is now here facing up. Which way does he need to turn, left or right? How many degrees does he have to turn? He has to turn 90. So let's go with a right turn, 90. And he's now facing this way. And his last bit of code, he needs to go forward across the top. There he goes. Let's count. How many steps did he take? 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs to do forwards 4. Fantastic. We've made our code. So we've written the code for an E. Let's now see if we can put that into to logo. I'm going to type it in. So it goes back 5, right turn 90, forward 4, pen up, left turn 90. Oh my goodness, there's so much code. I wonder how this is going to go. Let me put my screen across so I can read it. And I'm going to type it. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to type it into to logo. All right, so the first one says BK space 5 space RT space 90 space forward 4 space pen up space left turn space 90 space forward 3 space left turn 90 space pen down. Here we go. FD space 4 space right turn space 90 space forward space 2 space right turn space 90 space forward 4. All right, now I'm going to press play and see my need a space between forward and 4. Oh my goodness, where is that? Let me put that. Oh, it's very hard to read this code. No, I can't see it. Right. All right, let me try one more time. Here we go. BK 5 space right turn space 90 space forward space 4 space pen up left turn 90 space forward space 3 space left turn space 90 space pen down space forward 4 space right turn space 90 space forward space 2 space right turn space 90 space forward space 4. Oh my goodness, that is such a long code. So I'm gonna press play. Oh, it does not like that code. Let me just copy this code and see if we can use it in a different way. So to make it easier for me to see the code, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up over here on the right where it says, if I hold it still, switch to multi-line editor. I'm going to press on that and press OK. Now I'm going to retype in my code. All right, let's see. I can't actually, oh, there it is, forwards 4. All right, here we go. Oh, let's see if I press play now. No, oh my God, I can't even see it. Right. Instead of typing in one long line of code, I'm going to break it up. I'm going to put it into lots of different lines. Here, I'm going to type it again. BK space 5 space right turn space 90 space forward space 4. And then I'm going to put pen up. And I'm going to press enter and it goes down onto the next line for me. Let's type in the next bit of code. Left turn space 90 space forward space 3 space left turn space 90 space pen down, and I'm going to hit enter and go to the next line. It doesn't start playing my code. Here we go, one more try. I'm up to pen down. I'm up to here, pen down. I've just typed in that. Right, onto the next bit. I've got forward space 4 space right turn space 90 space forward space 2. Can't see the next line of code for some reason. There we go. Oh, goodness me. Get rid of that. And I was up to forward space 2 space right turn space 90 space forward 4. And let's try. Now I need to come up and press the play button if I would like to see my code. Let me reset that because I can't even see it. There we go. I've made a mistake, but now I can clearly see there's the mistake because it's just a shorter bit of code. Let me see. I'm going to reset, try again. E, it's going to be an E. I've got strong hopes. It's gone down, it's gone across. The pen's come up, it's not drawing. Oh, what's gone wrong? That doesn't look like an E. Can you help me find my mistake? Let me see. BK5, right turn 90, forward 4, pen up. Left turn 90, forward 3, left turn 9. That should say 90. All right, let me reset it. Come on, I believe in us. We can do a letter E. Here we go. It's going down. It's turning. It's lifting its pen up. Across. And up. and across. Success! We have made a letter E. In fact, I could even make another E. My code is still there. I could press play again and I could make another code. Oh, can you figure out what went wrong just then? That's not how my E is supposed to look. Let me just stop it there. Perhaps you might have realized that my arrow didn't start facing the same way. Before I started that next E, I need to make sure that my arrow is pointing upwards. So I'm going to reset this. Now he's pointing upwards and I'm going to press play. He's going to draw out the E this time, and when he finishes, I need to remember to turn him around to face upwards. So right now he's facing left. Oh, sorry, he's facing right. That means he's facing this way. I'm going to put my fingers up. Oh, he needs to turn left. So if I drag my E somewhere else, I'm going to come to my code, and at the start this time I'm going to type in left turn 90. Now that means that the first thing he's going to do is he's going to turn to face upwards. Let's play that one more time. Oh, perfect. He turned and then he drew the E. So it's really important when we're doing our letters today to make sure that we start in the correct position. I'm going to let him finish drawing his E before we start our next activity. It's almost done. Perfect. If you would like to freeze the screen here and copy out that code using the multi-line approach and have a go at writing an E. Once you've done that, you can come back to the video to press play to see what we're doing next. Okay, now that you've had a go at making the letter E, we're going to look at how to make some other letters. So, let me just pull out there we go. So, we're going to look at how we can create the letter C, F, and S. With the letter C and S, I probably can't code for a curve just yet, but I can make a more straight-lined C and I can make a more straight-lined S. Okay, so we're going to be using this sheet to code. Now, for the letter C, I need to think that my arrow will start here, probably facing upwards. So first I need him to turn so that he's facing left or right. So I'm going to do right turn 90, and then he's going to be right here facing to the right, so he needs to go backwards in that direction. So backwards 5, let's say. Then what's he going to need to do? I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Now, if you have a printer at home and you can print out the worksheet, you can write your codes on this worksheet that's up on the Daily Performer. If you don't have a worksheet printed, that's fine. Writing these codes in your book as you work them out. Remember to use pen up and pen down when you do or don't want to draw a line, and also getting those degree angles right, left turn, right turn at 180 degrees, 90 degrees, or 45 degrees. When you're ready to see the correct code, you can come back to this video and press play. Okay, now that you've had a chance to have a go at coding out your own, let's see the correct answers. So, to make a C, now you might have made it slightly differently. That is okay. I would like you to try your code in 2Logo first, and if it doesn't work, you can use these codes on the board here. So I've got, to make a C, I need to right turn 90, forward 5, back turn 5, backwards 5, left turn 90, forwards 8, right turn 90, forwards 5. So I'm going to come over to 2Logo and I'm going to code that. First, I need to clear my code and I'm going to put my arrow in an appropriate place. So if I wanted to, let me get rid of this code. If I wanted to do a letter C, the first thing I need to do is I need to go right turn 90 to make him turn around, and then he's going to go backwards. And what did the code say? It said 5 steps. Oh, no. Yep, backwards 5. So if I do that, and then I'm going to come down to the next line because now he's going to turn. He's gone back. He needs to do left turn 90, backwards 10. And my last line of code would be he's facing forwards. I want him to left turn 90, backwards 5. Let's see what he does. I come up and I press play. Oh, I made it maybe a little bit too big, but we've got a letter. So now that I've seen that, I can probably tweak my code just a little bit because I think, oh, that letter's too big. Maybe he doesn't go backwards 10 steps. Maybe he goes back 7 steps. But before I press play, I need my arrow to be facing the right way. So actually, I'm going to add another bit of code at the beginning to turn him up. He's facing to the left, so he needs to do a right turn, space 90. And I'm going to put that on a new line. And let's see if he turns around. Perfect. He's going to turn. Go back. Turn. And create the bottom of the C. Perfect. So that's how we create our letters onto Logo. Now I could, if I was doing something like the letter F, let's have a look at the letter F, which was forward 8 steps, right turn 90, forward 5, backwards 5, right turn 90, forward 3, left turn 90, forwards 4. So using that code, I'm just going to borrow it from my program because I'm very lucky I can just copy it. I'm going to clear my screen and reset it. I'm going to get rid of the code and I'm going to paste the code. All right, so it's forwards 8, right turn 90, forwards 5. Now, it might be very tempting to do part of the code and then drag my character up for the next part and then get him to keep drawing. But we don't want to do that because our code should run independently. If you have to interfere to move the character around to make the letter, it's not a fully formed piece of code. So you need to make sure you're using the pen up and pen down to make sure that your character is moving around without you having to step in and do it. So let's have a look at the F. It goes forwards 8. Oh dear, that's no good, is it? It's much too big, so I'm going to press stop, I'm going to reset it, and I'm going to drag my character down a little bit so he fits on the screen, and then press play again. Notice he's going to go forward. Oh, he's coming all the way back. He turns around. And he goes across the letter F. So have some fun doing your letter F, S, and C. If you get a chance, if you would like to, and you absolutely don't have to, on the worksheet that's attached for this lesson, there are some extra letters that you can have a go at coding. M, W, and O. Have a go at coding out those. Remember, when you want to go on a diagonal, you need to do a 45-degree angle. Those are optionals, guys. You do not have to do them, but please post a screenshot of whatever work you do get to do on your coding today. Maybe you can make a sentence. Maybe you can write your name. Whatever it is, we would love to see it. So please, definitely send us a photo of how you went on to Logo so that we can see your work and be proud of you. Have a lovely day. I'll see you next week for our next coding lesson. Bye.